Tyrese Haliburton for the Indiana Pacers has been a huge bright spot for the Pacers this season and has rapidly displayed that he is a franchise cornerstone for the future of basketball in Indiana. The Pacers took a huge risk last season trading for Tyrese, who was only in year 2 coming off a very impressive rookie campaign, and parted with their then current best player and 2-time All-Star Domantas Sabonis. But so far, Tyrese's impact for the Pacers and his accelerating improvement on the court has made that trade seem like a big win for Indiana, and has put the Pacers in an excellent position in their current rebuild, headlined by their emerging star in Haliburton. Tyrese is averaging career highs in points, assists, and rebounds per game, while also increasing his overall efficiency on the court as well. He's currently 4th in assists per game and has a natural sense of being a floor general for the rebuilding Pacers squad. With his already impressive passing regimen, Haliburton just adds to his lethal point guard skill set with overall beautiful efficiency from the field that opens up the game for his teammates as well. Let's talk about Tyrese's playmaking ability. The NBA is trending towards taller and bigger playmakers that can do a multitude of things while being the main primary playmaker for a 5-man unit. At 6'5", Tyrese fits that mold and can attack the defense if a smaller guard is checking him, creating a mismatch that favors Haliburton and counters the defense. Tyrese still is very quick and agile to still attack slow-footed defenders that try to stay in front of him, beating them off the dribble, forcing the defense to react, which in turn opens up the Pacers' offense. Playing alongside very good scoring wings such as Chris Duarte, Benedict Mathurin, and long-range sniper Buddy Hield makes the job a little bit easier for Tyrese, as he knows where his scorers are and feeds them in their spots where they're capable from scoring from. With big men such as Jalen Smith and Miles Turner, Tyrese is accurate feeding the ball in the post or throwing lobs only they can grab to put the defense on their heels. Furthermore, he's a pick and roll master at a young age that can penetrate or stun the defense if they aren't aware of what Haliburton sees. On this play, you can see the Wizards miss a shot, which leads to a Pacers fast break. And Tyrese is a crafty playmaker, which makes it harder for defense to know what he's going to do. You can see Tyrese takes a step from the 3-point line, and it looks like he has Jackson running to the basket. He can lob it there, or he can pass it to Buddy Hield, who's a great 3-point shooter. He sees Kyle Kuzma steps up just a little bit to take off that pass and throws it into the corner where Benedict Mathurin is. And smartly enough, Mathurin knows to cut to the basket, at least 2 points for the Pacers. Tyrese could have just tossed the ball off to Buddy Hield, giving him an open 3, or he could have lobbed it to Jackson under the basket, but that could have been a tough pass as well. But he sees that the defense reacts to his craftiness, gets an open guy who cuts to the basket, and it's 2 points for the Pacers. Back in Sacramento, where Tyrese played his rookie season and part of his sophomore season before being traded to Indiana, we saw the potential of the playmaking skills early in his stint playing with the Kings. Playing alongside De'Aaron Fox, one of the league's most explosive athletic guards, Tyrese didn't have a high usage rate, but was still good for 14 and 7 a night while playing as the off-ball guard at times. In less touches, you could see the level of impact that was felt with Tyrese whenever he had his hands on the ball, which intrigued the Pacers in trading for him. Now in Indiana, as a lead guard, it's funny to note that Tyrese's usage rate has gone up by 5 to 6%, which isn't a drastic upgrade, but when you look at the vast improvement you've seen in his passing regimen and efficiency, it's insane what his numbers could look like if he commanded the ball even more. On this play, Tyrese is coming off the pick and roll, and by the time he gets to the basket, he has 2 options to pass to the guy in the corner or the guy at the top of the wing. Because of Tyrese's ability to know where everybody's at on the court, he's able to get it to the guy who's open, Nesmith, which leads to 3 points. You can see that once Tyrese goes up and he sees Patrick Williams bite down to the corner, he throws it immediately to Nesmith on the wing, which is an open 3-point shot. This is again a player knowing where his guys are at and throwing the accurate pass and knowing when to bait the defense and knowing where to pass the ball. These passes in real time look very simple, but Tyrese is able to read and react to what the defense is doing and get guys open shots because of his ability to see the floor and what the defense is trying to do. Tyrese is 1st in passes made a game, 1st in potential assists per game, and 3rd in assist points created as well. At only 23 years old, he's on pace to being the best floor general in the NBA in the near future. His unselfish play is a huge reason why the Pacers have seen slight improvement this season compared to last. They may not be a playoff team, or probably be in the Wembanyama sweepstakes this year, but can you imagine a pick and roll with Tyrese Haliburton and Victor Wembanyama? Tyrese is that good as a playmaker and can open up the game for Wemby or any player the Pacers may potentially add in their rebuild. The upside of Tyrese Haliburton on offense doesn't just stop at his playmaking ability, but also his scoring knack as well. Tyrese isn't going to wow you with his insane athleticism at the guard position like players such as John Morant, Donovan Mitchell, or like a Jaden Ivey, but Haliburton, since he's entered the NBA, has separated himself from the pack with his unbelievable efficiency in scoring the basketball. He's currently sitting at 64% true shooting this season while putting up close to 22 points a game. A credit to this is Tyrese being a more than reliable free throw shooter, shooting close to 87% from the line this season, and most importantly, his lethal 3-point shooting that adds to his impressive offensive bag. He's knocking down close to 3 threes a game while shooting close to 43% from deep, and this just adds another layer to worry about with Tyrese, because not only is he a capable scorer, but a very smart scorer as well. It's very rare to see Tyrese take an ill-advised shot because he knows where his spots and his strengths are on the court. He's a threat to pull up at any moment's notice from the mid-range and from the three, shooting around 45% from both areas of the court. This just adds to the lethal pick and roll Tyrese has in his game because he can still dissect the defense, leading to a teammate getting a bucket, or he can also freeze the defender in the tracks with a pull-up jumper that he is shown to be able to hit when necessary. And though he may not be the best scoring driver in the league, there's sometimes he can post through a defender with his sneaky bounce. He's not John Moran or anybody who's going to dunk over your head, but he has the ability to finish over smaller guards that are smaller than him. Smaller guards are going to have a tough time trying to deal with Tyrese Haliburton because he still is quick at his size, and if you do put a bigger player on him, you got to make sure that they're actually fast enough and agile enough to deal with the quickness of Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton went 6 for 10 from 3 against the Brooklyn Nets back in October, and you can see that the three-point shot making is real. If you give him a slither of space, he's going to pull that. Coming off a pull-up shot, he can do it. Coming off a screen, it's there. It's a threat for a lot of defenses because he has the passing ability to do what he wants to do in the pick and roll in the half court, and he also has a deep range ability to make you pay from 3. I don't think Haliburton is going to become the next great scorer in the league, and to be honest, that's fine. He has a refined skill set that predicates on good shots that he's able to hit, and if he's able to maintain his efficiency, then he's going to be a problem for any defense. In transition, Tyrese is also a blur and is one of the best players in the fast break, so he can always make a living once the defense turns the ball over. Tyrese isn't an elite defender, nor would I say he's the best point of attack defender in the league right now, but he is a threat for loose balls and is currently averaging 1.7 steals a game, and isn't a negative defender for his team. He still has a size at 6'5" and is usually taller than opposing guards, so he has a defensive edge when playing defense. All in all, Tyrese Haliburton has a skill set of the lead floor general that every team would want on their offense in this current decade. He's an excellent and elite playmaker that is a positive for his teammates and the overall offense, while being a superb efficient scorer for his team as well. All of this, while not being a negative defender, Tyrese is easily one of my favorite players in the NBA, and I think if his performance as a leader and production on the court continues, we could see Tyrese Haliburton be a potential all-star this season. Let's hope the positive play keeps up and see how the Indiana Pacers continue to improve, led by the franchise cornerstone, Tyrese Haliburton. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn that post notification bell on so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay on beat.